We will continue our discussion. Last class, we were talking about exercise prescription, and I have already told about the first step, that is the needs analysis. For any program designing, the first step is the needs analysis, analyzing the need of the individual, need of sport, and the training goal. Now, coming to the second step, after the needs analysis, the acute program variables. There are 5 acute program variables: the choice of exercise, order of exercise, intensity of exercise, number of repetitions and sets, rest intervals between sets. So we will discuss one by one. So before we get into the actual acute program variables, let us see what is acute program variable. Acute program variables concerns the design of a single specific strength training session. So these variables, 5 different variables we have seen. Altogether, this variable will help you to design a single specific strength training session. That means whenever you are making a session, you have to consider these 5 variables, and by manipulating these variables, you can make a session program. So why these acute program variables? It allows the quantification of the load. How much load is given in a session? Which direction the load is given? So to know about the quantification of load, these variables are very much necessary. So this makes it possible to predict the training response and adaptation. These acute program variables will help you to predict the training outcome. That means what you are going to get, what you are going to gain out of the training program. For example, hypertrophy, or maximum strength, or power, whatever may be the training outcome, it can be predicted with the help of these variables. By manipulating these variables, numerous different workouts can be created. So we will make some adjustment in these variables, and we will make different number of programs. Now, acute program variable क्या है? Acute program variable मतलब this is the second step. ये second step है program designing में. We have 5 variables. हमारा पास 5 variables है. Choice of exercise, order of exercise, intensity of exercise, number of reps and sets, and the rest interval between the sets. ये 5 variable है हमारा पास. ये 5 variable मिला के हम एक training session बना सकते हैं. I want to make a single training session. A variable लेके हम बना सकते हैं. डिफरेंट प्रोग्राम के लिए, अलग अलग प्रोग्राम के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? हम इसका एडजस्टमेंट कर सकते हैं. आप देखो, अगर से चिकन का different dishes मिलेगा. N number of dishes are there, but the basic ingredient is chicken. Only difference. What is the difference? Difference एक ही है, इसकी ingredients की difference है, इसके मसाला के difference है. Like that, ऐसा ही हम जब different program बनाएंगे, एक प्रोग्राम बिगिनर के लिए बनाना है, एडवांस ट्रेनिंग्स के लिए बनाना है, या विमेन के लिए बनाना है, या दूसरा स्पोर्ट के लिए बनाना है, हम क्या करेंगे? बेसिकली वी विल मैनिपुलेट दिस वेरिएबल. ये वेरिएबल का थोड़ा सा एडजस्टमेंट इधर उधर करेंगे. So these are the basic acute program variables. The first acute program variable is the choice of exercise or selection of exercise. Exercise को choose करना. It's our choice because we have thousands of exercises. इसमें से कौन सा exercise करना? Which exercise you want? So those exercises are to be selected. How to select? How to choose these exercises? There are so many guidelines for that. The first one is the training goal. The selection of exercise depends on the training goal. Exercise choose करने के लिए हमारा पहला consideration है training goal क्या है? What is your training goal? For example, maximum strength is my training goal. My choice of exercise will be different. My training goal is hypertrophy. Exercise selection will be different. My training goal is power. The exercise selection will be different. I mean, the character of exercise will be entirely different. So first consideration is what is training goal. Accordingly, you will choose the exercise, suitable exercise. Second, muscle group to be trained. So ask yourself which are the muscle group to be trained. Remember, the previous point is a needs analysis. In the needs analysis, we have already identified the major muscles to be trained in a particular sport. So, which are the muscle groups to be trained? And accordingly, we will choose the exercise. Sports demand. Set principle, specificity. So sport का demand क्या है? What is the demand of your sport that we have already analyzed in the needs analysis? Sport का demand के हिसाब से हम exercise choose करें. A simple example I can quote here. Say you are training volleyball players. It includes jumping and smashing, blocking, and all those movements. So, which exercise is following the similar pattern of muscle action and movements? Here, the best one is a front squat. The movement pattern is same, the direction of force application is same. So that is a specific exercise for volleyball player. Instead of sitting and doing leg extension. So see the specificity, the movement pattern. Accordingly, you can select the exercise. The movement pattern to be trained. Then muscle balance. This is also a very important point. When you are selecting exercise, see that the muscle balance is also kept intact. There are different type of muscle balance. One is left and right. Left side, right side of the body. Normally we are strong. We are right-handers. Our right hand is strong. Right side is strong because we utilize it, you use it. And left hand may be weak. There are certain events where you need both the limbs are equally strong. So, for example, weightlifting. Both upper and both right and left should be equally strong. Gymnastics, rowing, boxing. So we have to maintain the balance, right side and left side balance, muscle balance. Lower upper body. You can see certain people, they have very good upper body, but lower limbs are weak. Or vice versa. So see that the lower body and upper body are equally strong. Similarly, agonist and antagonist, opposite muscles. When you do an exercise for your agonist muscle, you must select an exercise for antagonist. For example, I am doing sit-ups, I must do exercise for my lower back. If I do one exercise for my biceps, I must do one exercise for triceps, so that we can maintain the muscle balance. So these three muscle balance have to be, considered: right side, left side, upper, lower, and agonist, antagonist. मसल बैलेंस भी अपना दिमाग में रखे, एक्सरसाइज को चूज करो. Exercise technique experience, another criteria. What is your trainee's exercise proficiency level? Suppose we are suggesting an exercise, for example, a snatch or a power snatch, power clean. These kind of Olympic style lifting or associated drills, whether your trainees are well versed with this technique or not. Otherwise, you cannot choose the exercise. So, exercise selection experience. So, this depends on what kind of modality is going to be used. Free weights, of course, free weight, you must know the exercise technique. Machines, of course, it is not very complex because the movement pattern is predetermined. Or other modalities. Performance level. What is the performance level of your athlete? What exercise you are going to choose for a beginner is absolutely different from an elite athlete. So, beginner, intermediate, elite athletes, the exercise selection should be entirely different. Training phase, another one. Preparatory, competition, transition. We know the phase of training or the periods of training. What exercise you are selecting in the preparatory period will not be there in the competition period. And definitely transition period also, the exercise selection should be entirely different. So depending upon the training phase, you are going to select the exercise. हमारे ट्रेनिंग फेज के अनुसार पीरियडाइजेशन के हिसाब से प्रिपरेटरी पीरियड, कंपटीशन पीरियड, ट्रांजिशन पीरियड, ये अलग अलग पीरियड में हमारा एक्सरसाइज सिलेक्शन भी अलग होना चाहिए. अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ इक्विपमेंट एंड ट्रेनिंग टाइम. ट्रेनिंग इक्विपमेंट क्या क्या अवेलेबल है अपने पास. Accordingly, you will select the exercise and the training time. हमारे पास टाइम कम है तो कॉम्प्लेक्स टाइप ऑफ एक्सरसाइज करेंगे. एक ही एक्सरसाइज में डिफरेंट मसल ग्रुप का काम आएगा. You can include several muscles in one exercise. That kind of exercise will be chosen to avoid, the constraint of time, age and fitness level. Age, children के लिए, for children, The choice of exercise can be different. And depending upon the fitness level, again, the choice will be different. Now you can understand, to choose an exercise, so many things have to be taken into consideration, so many points. It is not so easy to select an exercise. Why? Because if there is a question, why this exercise, you must have an answer. I have already told you several times that the program designing is not out of your imagination. There should be scientific guidelines. A sound rationale should be there in each step of program design. So accordingly, we will choose exercise suitable for your trainees. After choosing the exercise, again, when you choose the exercise, you must take optimum number of exercises. You cannot do so many exercises in a session. So what is the duration of the session? What are the type of exercise? What is the fitness level? What is the demand of the game? All these things have to be taken into consideration and select optimum number of exercises. That is also very important. Optimum number of exercises. Now, here to choose the exercise, again, we should know the classification of exercise. We should know the classification of exercise. For choosing appropriate exercise, you should know which are the different type of strength training exercises. Exercise select करने के लिए, चुनने के लिए हमको ये पता होना चाहिए कि एक्सरसाइज का डिफरेंट क्लासिफिकेशन कौन सा तरीका का एक्सरसाइज है. Understand the nature of different resistance training exercises. E classification can, according to this classification, you can understand the nature of different resistance training exercises. Exercise modalities. We have already seen the exercise modalities, starting from body weight, partner, machines, free weights, and so on. Now, the different classification of exercise are: one is structural exercise, structural, or it is also known as multi-joint exercise. So what is the speciality of this structural or multi-joint exercise? It is weight bearing. Our weight is also involved in that. Your body weight is also included in that. That is a structural exercise which includes several joints of the body plus weight bearing. For example, a squat, a back squat. Different joints are involved in squat. Your hip joint, your knee joint, your ankle joint. So it's a multi-joint exercise. And weight bearing, when you are getting up after squatting down, your body weight is also involved in that. So it's a weight bearing exercise. So such exercise is called structural exercise. The second category is known as supplemental. Supplemental exercise is also multi-joint. But only difference is it is non-weight bearing. Supplemental exercise, ये भी multi-joint exercises है. Different joints है उसमें involved है. लेकिन उसमें एक ही फर्क है कि अपना body weight उसमें नहीं है. That is the only difference between structural and supplemental. The third category is isolation, single joint. Now, let me make it a little more clear about supplemental exercise. It is also multi-joint but not weight bearing. एक एग्जाम्पल है कि हम बेंच प्रेस कर रहे हैं. We are doing bench press. Different joints are involved. Your shoulder joint, your elbow joint, and your wrist joint. So it's a multi-joint exercise, but non-weight bearing. You are laying on a bench. Your lower body is passive. You are not making use of the lower extremity at all. So non-weight bearing. Or another example, you are sitting and doing a leg press. Upper body is just redundant. Upper body is not utilized, and you are doing press only with the legs. So non-weight bearing. This is supplemental. Isolation. Single joint. एक ही जॉइंट इसमें आएगा ये एक्सरसाइज में, आइसोलेशन एक्सरसाइज में. फॉर एग्जांपल, यू आर डूइंग ये बाइसेप्स कर्ल. सो बाइसेप्स कर्ल में क्या होता है? ओनली वन मसल इज इन्वॉल्व्ड, ओनली वन मसल इज टारगेटेड. सो इन बाइसेप्स कर्ल, माय बाइसेप्स ओनली विल वर्क, and only one joint is involved in that. That is mainly the elbow joint. That is isolation exercise. Here another दो category है. One is called unilateral, bilateral. Uni means single, bi means two. So unilateral, only single limb is involved. I am doing a biceps curl only with one hand, taking a dumbbell. That is unilateral. Bilateral, both the hands, with both the hands I am doing exercise. तो अगर एक ही हाथ यूज करेंगे तो उसको बोलता है यूनिलैटरल. अगर दोनों हाथ यूज करके हम एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, इट इज कॉल्ड बाइलैटरल. Concentric, eccentric, isometric. This we have already seen the type of muscle contraction. So again, we will see some more, the structure of multi-joint exercise, the speciality of structural exercise. What is structural exercise? Why it is important, or why it is different from other type of exercises? So structural exercise, you can see the picture. Somebody is doing a power snatch. You can see on my left hand side, the top. So multi-joint exercise. Structural exercise are multi-joint that I have already told you. Different joints are involved, whether you are doing a power snatch or clean and jerk or power clean or squat, whatever. Several joints are involved. So it is a multi-joint exercise. Second, weight bearing. Our body weight is also involved in that. High skill involvement. You see the way that person is lifting the weight. It's a single movement. The weight is thrown above the head and holding. So here you need high level of skill. जब आप structural exercise करोगे, आपका वो एक्सरसाइज का स्किल, the skill involved in that exercise is very high. तो स्किल इन्वॉल्वमेंट है इसमें, हाई स्किल इन्वॉल्वमेंट. स्ट्रेसिंग मोर मसल मास. कोई भी स्ट्रक्चरल एक्सरसाइज आप करो, उसमें शरीर का ज्यादा से ज्यादा मसल मास इन्वॉल्व है. You are doing a squat, many muscles of your body is involved. You are doing a power snatch, you are doing a snatch, or clean and jerk or power clean. Lot of muscles are involved. All major muscles are involved in that exercise. So here, stressing more muscle mass. So when stressing more muscle mass, naturally, high metabolic demand to work, you need a lot of energy. So high metabolic demand, neural response, several muscles are to be coordinated. Almost all the major muscles are involved in structural exercise. So there should be a neural communication. There is a neural response. Similarly, hormonal response is also there. After structural exercise, the hormone production will be high. Directly or indirectly loading the spine. So this is a speciality of structural exercise. You do a structural exercise, either directly or indirectly, it will load your spine. There is a load on your musculoskeletal system. That is the speciality of structural exercise. यही है structural exercise का speciality. Auxiliary exercises. Auxiliary. So this is also multi-joint. ये भी multi-joint exercise, but not weight bearing. Our weight is not involved in this. I have already told you one example, bench press or seated leg press. So here it involves less muscle mass. Body का एक portion काम नहीं कर रहा है, either upper or lower. So muscle mass involvement obviously कम है. The muscle mass involvement is obviously low in this. So because of less muscle mass involvement, definitely the metabolic demand is also less. The hormonal response also will be less compared to structural exercises. Now coming to the last category, that is isolation or single joint exercise. ये exercise में एक ही joint involved है. Biceps curl, you can see in the picture, involve only one joint. एक ही joint, multi-joint नहीं है. So obviously, when you are involving only one joint, less muscle mass involvement. See, when you are doing a biceps curl, the targeted muscle is only one, that is biceps. So less muscle mass involvement and reduced skill level. ये isolation exercise करने के लिए there is no very complex skill. Reduced skill level. So naturally, when you are doing a single joint exercise, very less muscle mass, metabolic demand is also very, very low. There is no neural communication. There is no hormonal response much. And of course, reduced skill level. Now, the selection of exercise is over. We have already selected the exercise and you know how to select the exercise, the criteria. Now, after selecting the exercise, you have the options also. We can select structural exercise or auxiliary or isolation, unilateral, bilateral. Many type of exercises are there. You can select according to your choice. And after selecting the optimum number of suitable exercises, then the second acute program variable, that is the order of exercise. After choosing the exercise, putting it in proper order. Proper sequence of exercise for best training effect. So why these sequence? ये sequence क्यों follow करना? हमने एक्सरसाइज चूज किया, उसके बाद ये देखना है कि कौन सा एक्सरसाइज आप पहले करेंगे, कौन सा एक्सरसाइज उसके बाद करेंगे एंड कौन सा एक्सरसाइज सबसे लास्ट करेंगे। इसके लिए एक सीक्वेंस होता है, इसके लिए एक रूल होता है, ऐसा नहीं है जो मर्जी आप करेंगे। व्हाई दिस सीक्वेंस? टू गेट द बेस्ट ट्रेनिंग इफेक्ट। अगर आप प्रॉपर सीक्वेंस में एक्सरसाइज करोगे, यू विल गेट द बेस्ट ट्रेनिंग इफेक्ट। उल्टा उल्टा करने से ट्रेनिंग इफेक्ट का काम हो जाता है। For the best training effect, order of exercise affect the quality of effort. अगर हमने उल्टा उल्टा ट्रेनिंग किया तो ये ऑर्डर अपना क्वालिटी, एक्सरसाइज क्वालिटी को अफेक्ट कर सकता है। Sometimes what happen, it may spoil the technique of another exercise if the sequence is not proper. And sometimes आपको exercise preserve करना है, we have to preserve the exercise intensity because several exercises are there in the series. अगर एक दो तीन एक्सरसाइज अगर ठीक से करेगा तो बाकी एक्सरसाइज करने के लिए फटीग आ जाता है and you cannot perform it with the proper required intensity. So that is why we have to keep a proper sequence of exercise. Now, how to make this proper order? Again, there are different considerations. First one, the number of muscle group trained per session need to be considered. एक सेशन में, एक वर्कआउट में, how many number of muscles you are going to involve? So accordingly, there are three different workouts. One is total body workout. एक ही सेशन में, in one session, we give exercise for total body. Means all major muscles of the body. The second type of workout is upper lower body split workout. इसको बोलता है स्प्लिट रूटीन सिस्टम। एक दिन में एक एक्सरसाइज अपर बॉडी के लिए करेंगे, दूसरा दिन में लोअर बॉडी के लिए करेंगे। So when you follow this split routine system, you can do more exercise for a particular body part. अगर अपर के लिए करना है, if I am concentrating only on upper body, I can do several number of exercise because I am going to cover only upper body. Similarly, lower body instead of the total body workout. And third option is targeted muscle group. I will target on certain muscle groups. In bodybuilding, we use it. Bodybuilders, what they do, they select some of the muscle group for a particular session. So, for example, chest and arms. So they do exercise only for that because more number of exercise for a particular muscle and big volume of workout. So targeted muscle groups. These are the three options. Accordingly, we will make the sequence of or order of exercise. So what is the or what are the orders? Proper order. अगर हमारा एक सेशन में टोटल बॉडी वर्कआउट होता है, मैं ऑल मेजर मसल के लिए हम एक्सरसाइज करेंगे तो उसकी ऑर्डर एक डिफरेंट तरीका है। सेकंड स्प्लिट रूटीन सिस्टम बोलता है एक दिन अपर बॉडी, एक सेशन अपर बॉडी, एक सेशन लोअर बॉडी। सो सच केस में क्या होता है कि हम एक बॉडी पार्ट के लिए इधर अपर और लोअर ज्यादा एक्सरसाइज कर सकते हैं बिकॉज नेक्स्ट डे इफ यू डोंट डू लोअर बॉडी, अगर मैं लोअर बॉडी का एक्सरसाइज बिल्कुल नहीं कर रहा है, नेक्स्ट डे कैन कॉन्सेंट्रेट मोर ऑन लोअर बॉडी। लोअर बॉडी में ज्यादा फटीग नहीं आती। एंड थर्ड है टारगेटेड मसल, बॉडी बिल्डिंग में, मसल हाइपरट्रॉफी में हम एक मसल को, एक दो मसल को टारगेट करके वो मसल के लिए सिर्फ एक्सरसाइज करते, बॉडी बिल्डिंग में होता है। नाउ कमिंग टू द ऑर्डर्स, क्या क्या ऑर्डर्स है? फर्स्ट वन इज कॉल्ड लार्ज टू स्मॉल मसल। लार्ज मसल एक्सरसाइज पहले करके बाद में स्मॉल मसल्स। बाद में स्मॉल मसल्स। सो लार्ज मसल कौन सा एक्सरसाइज में आएगा? यू हैव ऑलरेडी सीन स्ट्रक्चरल एक्सरसाइज। स्ट्रक्चरल एक्सरसाइज करने में क्या है कि इट इन्वॉल्व्स मोर मसल मास, न्यूरल कम्युनिकेशन, high metabolic demand, neural communication, all those. So कोई भी structural exercise है, if there is a structural exercise that is to be performed first. So large to small muscles. For example, I have a structural exercise and an isolation exercise. Structural should be done first because large muscle involved. Or whichever exercise is targeting at large muscle group should be done first. कोई भी एक्सरसाइज में हमारा शरीर का बड़ा बड़ा मसल्स इन्वॉल्व है, उसी को पहले करो। स्ट्रक्चरल सप्लीमेंटल आइसोलेशन, दिस इज अनदर ऑर्डर। अगर ये तीनों एक्सरसाइज है, थ्री टाइप ऑफ एक्सरसाइज आर देयर इन आवर ट्रेनिंग, स्ट्रक्चरल शुड बी डन फर्स्ट, followed by supplemental and isolation finally. Another order is known as priority system. What is your priority? So in priority system, what we do, exercises for weaker muscles first. एक बॉडी पार्ट वीक है, उसी के लिए पहले एक्सरसाइज करेंगे, दैट इज आवर प्रायोरिटी। इसको बोलते हैं प्रायोरिटी सिस्टम। अनदर ऑर्डर, पुश पुल एक्सरसाइज, अल्टरनेटेड पुश पुल। एक पुल एक्सरसाइज है फॉलोड बाय पुश एक्सरसाइज। फॉर एग्जांपल, आई एम डूइंग ए मिलिट्री प्रेस, इट्स ए पुश मूवमेंट। I have to push the weight upward. After that, I can go for, say for example, an upright row. It's a pull exercise. I'm pulling the weight from down to up. So push, pull order can be followed. Power exercise before other type. Power exercise. Power means, of course, explosive type of exercise. So explosive type of exercise involves, again, the exercise tempo will be high. And normally we perform the speedy exercise first. So whenever power exercise is there, that is to be performed before other type of exercises. So power first followed by other types. जब भी अपना वर्कआउट में पावर एक्सरसाइज है वो पहले करना, immediately after the warm up. More intense exercise before less intense. जो भी एक्सरसाइज सबसे ज्यादा टफ है वो पहले करना है, less intense बाद में। Upper body, lower body for total body workout. If my workout structure is total body workout, upper body, one exercise for upper body, immediately I will go to lower body, another exercise, so that I will get some kind of rest in between. In weightlifting, we follow another order: classical, semi-classical, power. Olympic style lifting, snatch, clean and jerk. These are the classical lifts. Semi-classical, इसका variance है. Power snatch, power clean, push jerk, power jerk, push press. All these are semi-classical. It's not fully classical. And power. Power means squat, pulls, etc. Power exercise. So what system we follow in weightlifting? Classical followed by semi-classical and finally the power. The idea is highly complex first because high level of skill is involved in classical lifts. Highly complex. Then technically complex to least complex. सबसे easiest, मतलब skill wise सबसे easiest है, वो सबसे last में करना. Exercise for the same muscle group. Exercise for the same muscle group. Sometimes हम क्या करेंगे, एक ही मसल ग्रुप के लिए एक्सरसाइज करेंगे. एक ही मसल के लिए different exercises. So these are the orders. Exercise selection के बाद, after selecting the exercise, this way we put all the exercise in proper order. So this will give you an idea which exercise to be performed first, second, third, fourth, and so on. So that you will have the best effect of training. You see, this is a classical lift. Out of these 5 acute program variables, we have seen 2. One is the choice of exercise or selection of exercise, and second, order of exercise. हमने exercise choose किया. We have decided the order of exercise, the sequence of exercise. Now coming to the third one, out of the acute program variable is the exercise intensity. Exercise intensity. Most important variable. Exercise intensity सबसे important variable है. Because exercise intensity will decide everything. Your exercise intensity will decide the outcome of training. Your exercise intensity will decide the effect of training. आप intensity थोड़ा इधर-उधर change करो, you will get different results. So सबसे powerful variable है exercise intensity. Major stimulus for training adaptation. Training adaptation के लिए सबसे important stimulus है exercise intensity. Depends on training goal, exercise order, volume, frequency, repetition speed, and length of rest interval. You see, exercise intensity depends on many things. Exercise intensity थोड़ा change करने से ही बहुत कुछ difference हो जाएगा, बहुत कुछ effect आ जाएगा. So your intensity depends on the training goal. Intensity is nothing but कितना weight use करना है, how much weight is to be used. That is nothing but intensity. So it depends on the training goal. आपका training goal क्या है? For example, my training goal is maximum strength development intensity will be obviously high. My training goal is local muscular endurance, then the intensity will be less. So it depends on the training goal. Exercise order. Abhi हमने order देखा है. Just now we have seen the order. So according to exercise order, whichever exercise has got high intensity or heavy weights to be done first, and the exercise with lowest intensity will be at the last. So according to the exercise order, volume is nothing but the repetition into sets, or how many times you are lifting the weight. Volume, you want to do more volume work, definitely intensity should be less. So it depends on the volume. It depends on the frequency. Frequency is nothing but how many times you are doing strength training in a session, in a week. How many sessions in a week? So if I am using heavy weights, definitely I cannot do that exercise every day in the week. I need recovery. So alternate days I can do, or maximum 2 to 3 days in a week I can do. Frequency. Repetition speed. How fast I am doing an exercise. When the repetition speed is more, definitely the exercise become complex. The moment speed is high and length of rest interval, how much in rest interval I am getting in between the workouts or in between the sets. Now, the problem with intensity is relative. मतलब ये है कि इंटेंसिटी हर आदमी के लिए अलग है. What is intensive for me may not be intensive for another person. So हमको इंटेंसिटी each individual का जो भी ट्रेनिंग करता है इनका इंटेंसिटी पता होना चाहिए. What is the personal best? So intensity is relative. Now, how to select the intensity? How to decide the intensity? So selection of intensity depends on exercise selected. कौन सा exercise आपने choose किया है? Accordingly, we will select the exercise intensity. Second is individual's training background. ट्रेनिंग हिस्ट्री क्या है इंडिविजुअल का, कितना ट्रेनिंग करके आया, इनको क्या क्या आता है, इनकी टेक्निकल प्रोफिशिएंसी क्या है. So the intensity depends on that. Intensity is always calculated from maximum. इंटेंसिटी कैसा कैलकुलेट करेंगे? जो एक आदमी का मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी से हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं. So here in strength training, we follow certain method. One is called 1RM method. 1 repetition maximum. 1 repetition maximum. So for example, I am doing a squat, structural exercise. You will make me to do maximum squat without any help by following the best possible technique, either the deviation नहीं करके. Without help, how much I can do? Only with the help of my musculoskeletal power. That is 1RM. So अगर 1RM करने के लिए हम properly warm up करा के, उसके बाद वो एक्सरसाइज 3-4 रेपिटेशन करा के, बॉडी को अच्छी तरह प्रिपेयर करके, उसके बाद you will give only 1 repetition. Then rest. Again, you will do one more repetition. Rest. Again, one more repetition. Rest. Like that, it goes, and a point will come where you cannot handle the weight without external help. ऐसा एक सिचुएशन में हम लेके जाएंगे. ये एक्सरसाइज आप कर सकता है ओनली इंडिपेंडेंटली, किसी और का सहायता नहीं, बिल्कुल यूज नहीं करके, विथ प्रॉपर टेक्निक यूज करके कितना आप कर सकता है एक एक्सरसाइज. दैट इज कॉल्ड 1 RM, 1 repetition exercise. Normally, this is the best method because to find out the best intensity, suitable intensity for a particular person, you have to go for 1 RM test. Certain jagah mein 1 RM test is not possible. Certain places we go for maximum repetitions. Say for example, push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, these kind of exercises, we go for the maximum number of repetitions. The number of repetitions which is performed without deviating from the technique, without external help, that will be taken, and that is considered as 100%. तो RM ऐसा है कि कुछ एक्सरसाइज में 1 RM पॉसिबल नहीं है, तो हम RM कैलकुलेट कर देते हैं. मैक्सिमम नंबर, फॉर एग्जांपल कितना सिटअप्स मार सकता है, कितना पुशअप मार सकता है, उसी से. दैट इज कॉल्ड RM. समटाइम्स वी फॉलो RM range. RM range is an approximation. It's a trial and error method, I can say. We select a comfortable zone of an individual because he is absolutely new to training. In such a condition, what we will do is we ask the exercise to perform an exercise of a particular range. So, for example, 8 to 10 RM. Matlab, you should do minimum 8, but not more than 10. So this is all trial and error, I can say. For beginners, for a beginner, 1 RM test may be harmful or dangerous because he may not be acquainted with the technique. And secondly, without spotter, it can be dangerous. So normally we don't recommend 1 RM for beginners. We go for an RM repetition. Slowly, 8 to 10 exercise a person can do without any experience, without any training history, comfortably. Suppose I have fixed 8 to 10 repetitions. He should do minimum 8, maximum 10. And if you can do more than 10, we will increase the range. That is RM. So, a little more further about intensity, methods of increasing resistance exercise intensity. So intensity कैसा बढ़ाएंगे? हम ट्रेनिंग प्रिंसिपल्स के बारे में बात किया. We were talking about training principles, and there was a principle called principle of progression. Principle of progression. So how to progress in our strength training system? Increase the relative percentage, one model. Increase the relative percentage. So just now we have seen all these exercises are selected according to 1 RM. Okay, 1 RM. After 1 RM, you take it into your program. Suppose a person is able to do 100 kg without deviating from the technique, without external help. that 100 kilogram is considered as 1 RM. So 1 RM, we take percentage from 1 RM. Here, week 1 to 3, 70% of your 1 RM. Week 4 to 6, 75% of 1 RM. And week 7, 9, it is 80% of 1 RM. This is one way. Increasing relative percentage of the weight. So the relative percentage we will find out, and this can be applied. The percentage can be used to vary intensity from set to set, or to quantify a training cycle. Say hypertrophy cycle 65 to 75%, strength 82, say 80% or more of 1 RM. This is one way to increase the intensity. Examples. One is increase absolute amount desired work zone. 8 repetition. This is the desired work zone. Increased weight when 8 reps are performed for all sets. So we are fixing a set here. That means 8 repetitions. So here you see week 1 to 2, of course, 8 repetitions, 50 kg. And when it comes to the 2nd to 4th week, again 8 repetitions, and we increase the weight 52.5 kg. So here the weight is increased in an absolute amount. रेपिटेशन इधर फिक्स है, एक वेट के हिसाब से आप 8 रेपिटेशन मार रहा है, और 2 हफ्ता के बाद वी इंक्रीज द वेट. रेपिटेशन चेंज नहीं करते, इंक्रीज द वेट. देन सेकंड इज ट्रेन विद इन ए RM रेंज. एक RM रेंज का बीच में काम करना. The absolute increment depends on the character of exercise. Large muscle mass can tolerate more intense than small muscle mass exercise. So this we have seen. Definitely, it depends on the character of exercise. एक्सरसाइज के कैरेक्टर के अनुसार अगर हमारा एक्सरसाइज एक मल्टी जॉइंट एक्सरसाइज है, डेफिनेटली इट कैन इंक्लूड मोर मसल मास देन कंपेयर टू say single joint exercise. For example, I can do 100 kg squat because it is a multi joint exercise. Lot of muscle mass is involved. I cannot do 100 kg say biceps curl because it's a single joint exercise. Nobody can lift kg. So obviously muscle mass will be less. In such cases, the absolute increment will be different. Train within a RM range. एक RM range के बीच में काम करना. Target repetition zone. हमारा target repetition zone है 8 to 12 repetition. 8 to 12. Again, I am telling this is a trial and error method. ये इतना clear cut नहीं है. Like 1 hour. So हम क्या करेंगे? Person is not experienced. Person का इतना experience नहीं है. 1 hour हम जाना मुश्किल है. 1 hour conducting 1 hour may be dangerous, risky. So what we do, we don't go for 1 hour because the person is absolutely new to training. We fix a very comfortable repetition target. So वो आदमी के लिए हम एक proper target repetition zone fix करें. So here we have chosen target zone 8 to 12 repetitions. मतलब ये है कि he should do minimum 8 and not more than 12. Minimum 8 and not more than 12. So ऐसा एक RM range fix करके week 1 to 2 दोनों week में only 8 repetitions, comfortably 8 repetitions मारेंगे. 3 when it comes to 3rd week, 3 and 4th week, repetition will go up. 10 repetition में आ गया. उसके बाद 5th to 6th week, 12 repetitions. So it takes almost 6 weeks time. 1 to 6 weeks. You see how much he has progressed from 8 repetitions to 12 repetitions. So once this individual reached that maximum repetition zone, here it is 12. Once he reached 12 repetition zone or 12 repetition comfortably, then we will increase the weight. Again, that person will go back to 8. कुछ देर 8 करेंगे, फिर 9, फिर 10, 11, 12. Once again, he will reach 12 repetition. फिर immediately we will increase the weight. Now, what is the load intensity based on training goal? Load intensity हम कैसा fix करेंगे? According to the training goal. Here is a table. Our training goal is strength. Maximum strength. The percentage of 1 arm or load should be more than 80%. 80% of 1 arm. 80% of 1 arm. So obviously load is high. And goal repetition is 1 to 6. Strength के लिए 80% and above intensity में काम कर रहा है on repetition. And the goal repetition can be 1 to 6. Maximum 6 repetition मार सकता है. अगर कोई 6 से ज्यादा मार रहा है, उसकी मतलब यह है कि वो 80% नहीं है 1 arm का. So maximum a person can do 1 to 6 repetitions. अब power के लिए कर रहे हैं. For power 75 to 85% of 1 arm. So 3 to 5 goal repetitions. So power में क्या है कि the exercise tempo, the speed of execution, the speed of exercise will be high. इसलिए intensity थोड़ा कम है. And 3 to 5 goal repetitions. ज़्यादा repetition करने से speed को affect हो जाएगा. So no, only 3 to 5. Hypertrophy, muscle size के लिए, again the load will be less. 70 to 85%. Normally 70% plus. 6 to 12 repetitions. Repetition इधर ज़्यादा है because you have to, see that the muscles are exhausted. Muscle को पूरा exhaust कर देता है. Protein degradation should come, and then only during the rest period protein synthesis will happen. Muscular endurance less than 60. So here intensity is again coming down. So intensity, when intensity is less, obviously the goal repetition will be more. इधर क्या है, muscular endurance के लिए काम करने के लिए less than 60% का 1 hour use करता है, percentage of load, and here less than 60% of the load. You can do more number of repetitions, so it can be 12 or above. So repeated contraction is required for muscular endurance. So more number of repetitions are needed. That's why it is 12 or more. So here I will stop the lecture because again we need time. And 4th and 5th acute program variable will be discussed on the coming day. That is, I think, on Wednesday. We will see these 2 more acute program variables. So thank you very much for your listening. Please again note down all those points, read several times, then only you will be able to understand the program design. It's not so easy. Many things have to be remembered. Don't take it lightly. Be very serious. And if you have any doubt, during the discussion period, we will try to clear it off. Thank you very much.